Hey, boys and girls. Okay, so are you looking at that big watermelon on my screen? It's going to make sense in a minute. Don't you worry. Okay, so in writing, we are working on writing small moment stories. Sometimes that's really hard to do. So I'm going to help you understand how to write a small moment by using a watermelon. Stay with me. Think about holding a watermelon. It's big, it's heavy, right? And it's got all that juicy goodness inside. Boys and girls, a lot of our writing right now kind of looks like a watermelon. It's these big topics with things that we could just write about. We could go on and on and on writing, but it's a watermelon. Let me show you. So, again, like I said, we're writing a lot of watermelon stories. For example, if I were to write about my summer, oh my gosh, I could tell you how I went for ice cream. I could tell you how I went to swim. I went to Pennsylvania. I saw my grandma and grandpa. Do you see how I'm kind of sounding? I'm going on and on and on. I'm writing a lot, but it's all about my summer. It's a big moment, like a big heavy watermelon. Then I have my dog. Oh my gosh, I could talk about my dog all day long. I've got such good stories. Then another watermelon idea is Cooper, my son. He is so funny and we have so many fun times together. I could write about him all day. And then there's my brother Ryan. I could write about Ryan all day long. Boys and girls, we did say that we wanted to pick special people or special places. That is a watermelon idea. It's a big idea that we could write a lot about. But we want to identify or find that watermelon idea just like I did. I made my list of 4 people or like memories that I have. But now we need to turn them into small moment stories. Let me show you. Think about the seed in a watermelon. Okay, we're not writing that watermelon. We're not writing a watermelon story. Look at the seeds in the watermelon over here. They're just a tiny little part of the watermelon. They're inside that watermelon. It's a part of the watermelon, but it's just a tiny part. So I took my big watermelon idea, my dog Lily. That is a watermelon idea. That's someone who's special to me. It's good, okay? We do need a watermelon idea. But now watch how I turn it, my Lily stories into seed ideas. These tiny seeds like in the tiny watermelon. I remember when I picked her up. That's a seed. That's a small moment. It is one time where I drove and I got this special dog. I have another seed moment. I remember when Lily had puppies. She had 5 puppies, that is true. It's a seed. It's a tiny part. It happened on one day. I can tell you all the details of it. It's a seed story. It's a part of the watermelon of Lily, right? Pretend my dog Lily is that big watermelon. But it's a seed. It's a day. It's a memory. Oh my gosh. I can also tell you about a time that she ate a whole tray of cookies. A whole tray. Gone. With her just licking her lips, happy as can be. It's still about Lily. But that is one time that she ate a whole tray of cookies. It's a seed. Oh my gosh, and then this time she jumped on Cooper. She knocked him over. He was screaming. We were on the front yard. The neighbors came out. That's another Lily story. It's a seed. It's a tiny memory of Lily. So boys and girls, I did write a small moment story about when I picked Lily up. So again, my big idea, my watermelon idea is my dog Lily. My seed is when I picked her up. Here's my story. Crunch, crunch, crunch. All I could hear was the sound of the gravel under my tires. I parked my car as fast as I could. My heart was pounding. I heard little barks. Then I saw Lily. She was the most perfect puppy I'd ever seen. I couldn't believe I got to take her home with me. So I ran to the pen. A pen is like where they keep dogs. And all the puppies came running over. But I couldn't take my eyes off Lily. I bent down and scooped her into my arms. She was home. Boys and girls, that's a seed story, a seed idea of one time with my Lily. And then I wrote about it. Go find your watermelon topic and then write your seed story.